Hello, welcome back to another episode of my Zoom video channel on real estate investing. And today's topic is all real estate is local. All right. So thank you for watching and please like and subscribe to my channel. If you receive any value to my Zoom video, please subscribe and email to my link below so you can become a new subscriber to my real estate investment network. So you receive free risk information to my network. Thank you so much for attending. My name is Seewing Yee, and my guest host once again is Miss Julie. How are you, Julie?
Fine, thank you. Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy New Year to you too. So very exciting 2024. So without further ado, today I'm going to talk about the Buffalo market. We have a great
Yes.
team there that help our out-of-state long-distance investor at this Turnkey market. And today's inventory we have for our local team network is I'm only going to go over several listings. Okay. There are a lot more. Of course, people want to learn more about it. They will contact my website and become an email newsletter insider. Then you will have access to this type of information. A couple of listings on this week's inventory, which what my eyes are as follows. This property is a single family home, $67,000 turnkey, all ready to go, all rehab, or rent ready. The tenant is already in place. Only costs $67,000. You put 25% down payment with a 7% mortgage rate as an investor rate. Look at this. Your down payment is only like 17 grand plus $2,000 closing costs.
Right.
Approximately 20 grand. We can get you this income producing good investment long term for 67K. At the end of the day, you have a monthly cash flow at the first year of already around $237, even though we factor in the vacancy rate, even though we factor in the maintenance percentage at 3 to 5% respectively. So I know you are very comfortable with this type of property, especially in Buffalo Niagara Falls. So for a newbie out there that are looking at this market, looking at these numbers, they might say, "Oh, it's too good to be true. There's so much maintenance." You went into a low quality tenant, or it was a bad neighborhood. All these things pop up to people's mind. So how do you dispel this misconception associated with this property?
Yeah.
This market.
This property, I like this property. This particular property lines up with a lot of the properties that we bought, price wise, cash flow wise, neighborhood wise. And again, we have not had any situation where we've had break-ins or bad neighborhoods or, people jacking up the properties or anything like that. Again, we have a very successful management team out there that's handling our property. And they screen the tenants really well. They make sure they get the best because there's so many tenants that are trying to get into the properties. So there's never a shortage of tenants. And that kind of cash flow, if you think about it again, you're getting that $237 every month. The tenant is paying for your mortgage. You're getting all the tax benefits and the cash flow, but they are paying for it. So that's a win property right there.
Julie, absolutely. By the way, when I said I could not find my Buffalo inventory listing, the slideshow, this is a slideshow.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this is a great property. This is a great, for a starter person, for someone that's never invested, I would definitely recommend a property like that.
Here's another listing for this week, okay? This is mind-boggling. Look at these numbers. 4plex available in Buffalo and Niagara Falls this week, today. Look at this. You're not going to find anything like this.
Right.
4plex, 4 units already rented. We have turnkey ready to go. $173,000. Mind-boggling.
That's really awesome.
Look at the gross rent on all 4 doors. $300. 4 doors, like $600, around $600 per unit. So again, 25% down payment or 7% more 30-year fixed rate mortgage. You minus your debt service, you minus taxes, insurance, property management fee, 3% vacancy rate, 5% maintenance percentage, which is very realistic. At the end of the day, you have a monthly net cash flow was almost $800 first year only.
Right.
With initial total investment out of pocket of around 40 something thousand dollars.
Something I want to point out too, with the cash flow being almost $800, your audience needs to keep in mind, I was just say what we did. We got fixed loans and everything. The cash flow, and remember the cash flow is going to be based on the rent and what you take out all those things, the vacancy rate and property taxes and all that stuff. But just remember, most likely annually, your cash flow is going to increase because they're going to raise the rents as time goes by. In the short period of time that we've had our properties, all of the rents have been raised, and we've had them all less than 3 years. I think that's something to realize too. You'll still continue to make the same mortgage payment, but your cash flow is going to increase over time because they're going to raise the rents on the properties.
Yeah, Julie, a lot of newbie investors, they have a very narrow way of thinking. They look at their criteria as a cash flow. They don't look at the next 5 to 10 years.
Right.
Each income property. You and I discussed this many times over the last several years of doing the Zoom videos. Cash flow is merely one component of an income property. Over time, you have the tenant can pay off your debts. Your rent going to increase. You have inflation alone will cause your property value to go up, even if nothing else. So you can make the argument that income property is a hedge against inflation.
Absolutely.
And the 30-year mortgage debt that you incur, the leverage of the debt is inflation debt induced destruction, I call it. Or someone else called it, Mr. Jason Hartman. But nevertheless, the renter is making you rich. If you can entice the tenant to stay at your unit 2 or 3 or 4 years at a time, which happens, then that's how you get rich and sit over long term and don't worry about the short term volatility. Don't worry about the doom and gloom. The world's coming to an end. The housing crash is all 80% housing crash. All these doom and gloom clickbait YouTube videos are destroying people's American picture.
Exactly.
So that's my So that's my takeaway from today's I don't want to go any further because time is essence and we spend a lot of time on these 2 video modules. So this is just the tip of the iceberg in the weekly listing that we have for Buffalo Niagara Falls. Again, our turnkey provider in Buffalo Turnkey, they've been around for 30 years. People talk about, you gotta get a good deal. You gotta find a dilapidated property in a specific neighborhood. You go to a stressful seller and try to make a crazy, disrespected offer 30% discount than the value, whatever. That's easier said than done. But even though this turnkey property get the price you pay for because the turnkey provider have done all the rehab. They use discounted materials because they've done volume with a local 10 people, whatever. Buy a property that totally rehab. Even though you think you buy a retail, you did not buy retail. You still bought it below market value. So
we did. We got immediate equity in the property, even after the first year, because a couple of our properties, because IRAs, we have to have them evaluated every year to show the value. And both of those properties that we have in our IRA increased in value within the first year. It's a win. And Buffalo Turnkey, you mentioned their name, and I'm just going to give them a shout out. Caleb Kanazi, and he's one of the sons and the father. Great team to work with. It's really about building relationships, and they are a great team.
You're right. See, over the years, Buffalo Turnkey, they have buyers, investors from all over the world. People from Israel, people from Middle East, people from UK, people from Australia put their all cash purchases. Every week, they sell 3 or 4 rental property per investor, all cash. Over the years, repeat business. So our investors for the past 4 or 5 years working with them, our investors, many of them buy with the IRAs. You bought with the IRAs individually, soft IRA, all cash purchase, made some very good returns out of it. And then the other buyers from Canada, other buyers from other part of the United States, they come to this specific turnkey provider. Most of them buy with cash. They buy in bulk. They buy in bulk because they have the money. They see the return.
Absolutely.
It's a repeat buyer. It's a referral business. Also, turnkey do not need to market, to spend money marketing, because over the past 30 years, they have performed over and over again. Furthermore, another value add that we provide, a lot of these low prices they offer, single family home for 60 grand, duplex for 80 grand, fourplex for 173 grand. A person thinking this is too good to be true, but we have a lender, the Wells Fargo person, and also Richard Advani. They want to do this kind of small loans. You can get, where else can you get the value of the turnkey with the off market property where you can get a lender, you can get a financing. You know how hard it is to get a financing in the Midwest market? A lot of was other not other turnkey provider in the other Midwest markets. Their property does not appraise because they're overcharged, and people can't get financing. Because in order for a lender to do the financing, the appraisal have to be consistent, have to be with the list price. So Buffalo Turnkey, because of their integrity and their track record, they price their property well. Where if you do financing on a 60 to 80 grand property, the underwriting of the loan works.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think that people just really need to understand that the potential is there for them to really do well with this business, but you got to take the first step. You got to be willing to reach out, do your due diligence, do your work, and build relationships. This business, as in most businesses, it's all about the relationships that you develop. And Buffalo Turnkey has been a very good turnkey lender for us. Or provider.
Absolutely. Let me say one more thing. Some other newbie investor, whatever, they watch our video, they're gonna say, "Oh, the neighborhood's not so good. This kind of old property is gonna break down. You're gonna spend so much in maintenance, so much in replacing the roof, replacing the electrical system." Part of it is true. It's an older property, but Buffalo Turnkey does a very good job of rehabbing the property before they sell it to you. So you have invested in them for 3 or 4 years already. A number of our investors have purchased through them for the past 7 years or more. Yes, there's the maintenance or greater than if you're buying newer property or new construction. Yes, that's obvious, right? But not the rehab costs over time is not as severe as one might think. Yeah. A lot of people, they dish on the Midwest kind of properties. It all depends where you buy, what team do you trust, okay? And the systems and process procedures that are being used to make a successful out-of-state, long distance investor. If I can find other turnkey provider in other part of the Midwest to promote Cashflow properties, I would do it. The fact that I have not found any other credible, honest turnkey provider in the other Midwest regions goes to show you I'm comfortable with promoting only Buffalo, Niagara Falls as my Midwest type of market. That's all I need. I don't need to.
You really don't, because the values are there. You just have to, again, do your homework. I would say in terms of neighborhood, I wouldn't worry about it. Think of it, because I think people tend to put too much emotion in it. Like they think about if they were living there, but you're not. This is a neighborhood where people do live. It may not be your cup of tea, but just pull your emotion out and just look at it straight as an investment versus, oh, could I live there? Or would I want to put my children there? And I'll be honest with you, most of the neighborhoods we've gotten our properties in, I would live there. I would feel very safe there.
Again, I think as we conclude this video, again, the Midwest Buffalo is not the only area that I promote. Like you said, Julie, it's all dependent on your goals, your objectives, what's your expectation when you buy into a certain market, buy into a certain rental property. So Buffalo Turnkey, for example, if you have a horizon of 5 to 7 years when you retire, and it will ramp up passive income, but if you want to generate more passive income before you retire, which is in your case, right? You are potentially, you might want to retire in 3 to 4 or 5 years from now. And by buying a low cost, high cash flow property in Buffalo Turnkey, where appreciation is secondary. You know, you don't,
Yeah, because we're not concerned about it because we're not planning to sell it. So it doesn't matter if it goes up or down. We don't really care about that.
yeah. So at the end of the day, in my perspective, could Midwest property, especially both for Niagara Falls, part of your portfolio acquisition strategy over time? Yeah,
Absolutely.
you could say that. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah. I encourage my investors to diversify their holdings in different geographic areas. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, all real estate is local. That's something to focus on, right? Before I let you go, what you, the newbie investor, especially, they want to enter the real estate investing, they have limited capital available. You could make the argument that Buffalo Niagara Falls is a good
Oh,
initial step.
absolutely. Absolutely. A good initial first step. It worked for us. And again, see, when we couldn't have done that without your mentorship. We didn't, that was the furthest thing from our mind about investing out of state. But once we got the information, like I said, I'm a researcher. So I did my homework. Once I heard from you, got the information, researched the different areas. Cause like you said, Buffalo, Niagara Falls is not the only place. You have things in Texas and Tennessee and Alabama and different places around the country. That was the one that worked for us. And we've been very successful at it in a very short time. So we're excited.
Very good, Julie. Once again, thank you for attending. You've been a great, high value member of our real estate investment club, the Yee Real Estate Network. Thank you for your perspective. Thank you so much. And with that in mind, everyone, if you see any kind of value whatsoever, this video presentation, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. And also, if you're a new person watching us, please put your email or the link below to our website so you will begin to see weekly, daily, free newsletter about risk investing so you could be more better informed and educated as an investor. That in mind, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
have a nice day. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.